feel like it's really dark. Are we really dark?
Don't we normally have that light on?
What light?
That one?
No, never.
I'm super bummed out for a reason, which you'll find out in the future.
I couldn't tell you why.
So don't assume I'm just like being a dink right now.
What a
well, I am
dink.
being a dink,
You're
but I have
being
a
bit
reason
of
for being a
dink right now. Did I not write this down here? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games
and
board gaming things.
That's right. We are here today, my lovely friends. I'm so glad you guys could be here today with us, joining us for this very special day. We are doing our 2021 board game wrap-up and also doing a little bit of our December wrap-up as well. In this video, we're going to take you on a little bit of a journey.
This is the worst. This is punishment enough.
First, we are going to be talking about, number one, the new to us games that we played in December, to go through a bit more of a sped up December wrap-up. Then we're going to get into
You have way too much positivity and energy right now, and I'm not appreciating it.
Okay, well then we're gonna get into some statistics. Everybody loves stats. That's what I heard. Math and stuff. We're just gonna have fun and we're gonna go on a journey, and Jeff is gonna have fun, I'm gonna have fun, and you're gonna have fun. So what we're gonna do to start is we'll get into the new to us games that we played in the month of December. Usually we go through everything that we played, but because we want to speed it up a little, we'll just very quickly talk about the new to us games. The first new to us game that we played in the month of December was called Tranquility, and we played this with the Table Knots crew. Do you remember? Tranquility is a card game. We played this on BGA where everybody needs to lay down cards in sequence in order to get up to the
that was
top.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like The Mind, but better.
That was very good. I like that game. We have Shards of Infinity from Ultra Pro, and we played it with Jazz over at Lobby of Hobbies. Yeah. And we played this for the first time.
And Delilah.
And Delilah. And Lila.
And Lila.
We played this at PAX for the first time on our first evening there.
Our very first night.
Not at PAX, but our first evening in Pennsylvania. And we had an amazing time with it. And this box is driving me nuts because it's popped out. Shards of Infinity is just like Star Realms.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, better than Star Realms.
Agreed. It's a card battling game that you can play with more than 2 players. So we've now played it at 2 players, and we played it at 4 players.
I think I preferred it at 4.
At 4, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I would prefer it at 2. That's just generally how I prefer these types of games. You're not going to get that in. Yeah.
I hate this. I need to deal with that later. I think it's fine at either. I think it's good at 2. I think it was good at 4. I think it'd be fine at 3.
You made it so much worse.
I hate it.
We played Land vs. Sea from Good Games Publishing. This is a tile placement game. You could do it head-to-head, 1v1, or you could do it in teams, 2v2, and there is a 3-player variant as well. Yeah. So we initially played this with Billy and Michelle from Second Star to the Left. Go check them out. Also check out Lobby of Hobbies. Yes, we got to play it with them in person, which was great. One person is playing as a land, one person is playing as a sea, and you are just trying to both build out large masses of your type of terrain while also being able to close them off in order to score points. And there's a bunch of other point scoring mechanisms.
It's just a race to points.
Exactly, throughout the game.
It's very good.
It's a very, very good 2-player game. I think we preferred it 2
yeah,
players.
Oh yeah.
Generally, I don't really like team games.
No, me neither.
I feel like there's always like one person who's controlling the team. So
yeah.
Oh, how could I forget? No, I'm stuck.
Well, I don't. It's your chair.
It's our chair.
All right, next up from Elf Creek Games, we have Honey Buzz.
Honey Buzz.
So we had a chance to play it before PAX with, again, Billy and Michelle, and we enjoyed it thoroughly. Grabbed it at PAX, and we've played it once since after we got back. And had an equally great time with it, even though we had a couple rules
We played it wrong.
But
we played it wrong.
Honey Buzz is a super beautiful
worker placement, tile placement.
Yeah, tile. There's a bit of every tile placement, resource management.
That's Honey Buzz, and I love Honey Buzz. Next up, a new game that I played with Michelle, and you didn't play this with us, but that was Botanik, which is a 2-player only game anyway. It's a tile placement game that you are trying to match up different pipes with certain like color flowers in order to create like long chains to get points, basically. It is a super fun tile placement game that I do think that you would like. I think that it would be one that we could own, and it's just relatively quick and easy to play. So that was Botanik that I played with Michelle. Then we played a game called Riverside from Chili Fox Games, which is a roll and write.
There's a bit of a rondelle that you're going around with a steamboat kind of deal. And you're going to stop at a bunch of different places. I'm trying to remember. What are you collecting? Because I can see the colors, but I don't remember what they were.
Blue, pink,
Yeah,
rainbow, brown, white was polar bears.
So you're going to be collecting a bunch of different resource types and multiplying your score based off what resource types you get. It's typical roll and write fare. It's very thinky. I loved it. It's one of the better roll and writes that I've played.
Yep.
And I think it's available right now in the UK, but it's not available here yet.
You can order it. You just have to,
Yeah.
Just got to dig for it a little bit. So then we played Super Mega Lucky Box. And this is basically just like bingo.
It's like a lottery ticket.
It's like
in
a
board
lottery
game.
ticket. And it was fun. It's kind of like a roll and write.
Yeah.
Party-ish style game. It was super simple.
Yep.
I honestly, it was such a blur. We only played it once. All I remember is that we had fun with it.
You have a bunch of like grids with numbers on them and you're trying to cross off each number. Very much like a lottery ticket. It works incredibly well. It's very quick. It's very kind of like mindless, wherein you can talk to people around the table while playing it.
Yep, we played one of our new favorite games, which is Fuji Flush. Flush.
Yeah.
And this is just a simple card game once again. Best with a big group.
Yeah.
More so party style game.
We played it with 5 and it didn't hit. It was good.
It was good, but it wasn't
Didn't
as
hit quite
good.
as good as when we played it like 8.
Yes. So basically all you're doing in this game is laying down cards. If somebody lays a card down that is higher than your card, it flushes your card and you have to draw one. The goal of the game is to have no cards. The first person to have no cards. There is a mechanism in this game where you can chain cards. So if one person lays a 2 and then the next person lays a 2 and then the next person lays a 2, their total just keeps getting added. So then all of their cards are worth 6 and it's called a chew train. 2 chew train, 8 chew train. 13 chew train.
Jamie's example, like
Build
if
a
I
line
played a
assist.
2, someone else played a 2, and then another person played a 2, and that's 6. If the next person plays a 7, all of those 2s are flushed.
Flush.
It's really good. It's out of print, but Tim in the Discord found a copy
Tim.
and he's sending it to us because he knew how much we loved it. So
We
thank
love
you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
And we're really excited to get it.
All right, green always wins. Jeff, go for it.
Green Always Wins is coming out next year from 25th Century Games. We played a very prototype
On the back of
this
football card.
of this game in very large groups. This is a game you can play at as many as you want, really, because the idea is everyone's on the orange team and there'll be a example that comes out. It says like, what kind of fruit belongs in a fruit salad, bananas or cantaloupe? And then everyone votes and displays bananas or cantaloupe. The majority wins in this game.
Yeah.
If you win and you're part of the majority, you would flip to the green side and score 1 point. If you're wrong, you stay on the orange team. You only score points on the green team.
Yep.
It's super fun, super quick. Going to be a big hit, I think, in terms of like party games that are going to come out next year. It was very, very fun.
Next up, I played without Jeff a game called Krokolores, which was this ridiculous children's game where there are 4 crocodiles and you spin this thing that has different food types on it. It's like frogs or fish or whatever, and you have to slam your hand down, which stops the wheel, and then you get that resource, and there's like 3 out that you're trying to get points, yada yada. It was ridiculous. I played this with the Table Nuts crew and with Ilya from Cavern, and it was just like silly nonsense. I don't even think that we were really playing the game right, but we played that a couple times and it was a lot of fun. Then we played Doodle Dash. It's another game from Chili Fox that isn't out in North America yet. It's out in UK, but it is basically just one with drawing and a speed element. So somebody will pick a card that has a bunch of words on it, and then they say number 3, and then everybody has to draw that thing. If you are the quickest person to draw and you finish your drawing, you grab this thing from the middle to say, I'm done. Then you start rolling a dice. And as soon as the dice comes up with a stop symbol, everyone else has to stop drawing. It is basically just one with drawing. Next game that we played was Stripe. We didn't play it together, but we each played it with like the same group of people, and it's just a dice rolling game.
It's a dice chucker.
Dice chucker, yeah. Where you like throw dice into this like little bowl thing, and I honestly don't know how to play it.
You'll have a set of dice in front of you. There'll be dice rolled into the bowl to start. You have to throw one of your dice into this bowl, and if it matches another dice, like if you threw it and it landed and there was 2 2s, you get to take the twos.
Mhm.
You don't want to lose your dice. If you throw it and it pops out of the bowl, you lose the dice. If you throw it in and it doesn't match anything, you lose the dice.
You lose them. It's so simple, but it's so much fun.
Very
It's
fun.
a game that anybody could play. All right, next up, we played Berried Treasure. So this is another game that we got from PAX, from Max and Danielle. They got this game for us for Christmas. I played it at PAX with a group of 5, and then Jeff and I have since played it together as a 2-player, and then again as a 3-player with Zach. So this is just a very simple card game where you are laying out rows of different kinds of pies. Each round, the different types of pies are worth more or less points. Whoever has the most pies of that pie flavor gets the points distributed, but there's also a stealing element in this game. So some of the cards have these little raccoon hands on them, and if you take a card with a raccoon hand, then you can steal that kind of pie from another player who has that kind of pie. It's super fun. I really like this. Not great at 2, but really good at a higher player count. I played Meeples and Monsters. I demoed it. I played the whole game at PAX as well. So this is a game that's coming out in 2022 from AEG, and it's basically just like a worker placement bag builder. So you've got a bag full of meeples, you're gathering more, recruiting more meeples as the game goes on. You pull them out and then you assign them to different roles to do different things.
I didn't play it. I watched Jamie play it. It reminded me of Lords of Waterdeep, but with like fighting element.
Yes, yeah, that is probably what I was trying to think of. Then we played Savannah Park with our friends Tyler and Ilya from Cavern, and this is another tile placement, tile flipping game where you are trying to organize animals in clusters next to like watering holes and all this stuff in order to score points off of the animals. You're trying to create chains of specific matching animals. So you're just working on this grid where you're trying to maximize your points.
Yeah, it's super brain burny.
It's so much fun. And also when we played it at the very end of PAX where we were all just like mush brain and we were all accidentally saying the animal names wrong, like giraffe and zebra and all of these things. And then it just became this whole like hilarious thing where we didn't say any animal names right. And it was just a lot of fun. Then we played Flapjack Flipout. Last time I talked about this game, I said Flapjack Flip Off. That's a different game.
So you have like a flapjack flipper. It's like,
Pancake
a
flipper,
spatula kind of deal. And all this game is a bunch of different pancake types, right? You have to flip it so that it lands properly on your thing, and then you get to add that to your pile or your collection. And you're trying to get certain pancake cake types in order to score points.
To make orders.
And then to make orders, and then you ring the bell once you have the order. It's chaos. It's super fun. It is incredibly hard to flip the pancakes because they kind of stick a bit to the spatula.
We played that with Cavern as well. Lastly with Cavern, we played a game called The Key from Haba, Theft at Cliff Rock Villa. And this is a kind of like a whodunit type of game where there's like a bunch of cards in the middle. There's 3 suspects, 3 things they stole, and 3 ways that they escaped. So by taking cards from the middle, you're getting clues and you're trying to deduce which criminal took what thing at what time and how did they escape. I was not good at that.
I was not either.
Then we played Radlands, which is right back there. I'm not going to take it off of the shelf, but that is a 2-player dueling game.
Radlands is fantastic. So Radlands is a lane card dueling game. Very much like
Lane, not lame.
Yeah, lane, Lane.
Yeah.
Where you have 3 lanes that you're operating through. Ultimately, you're trying to attack the other person's bases.
Yeah.
And they have 3 bases up, and if you destroy the 3 bases, you win. It's very, very great 2-player dueling game. If that's your shtick, definitely check it out.
Love it. Next up, we have Dinosaur Island Rawr Write, which is a roll and write version of Dinosaur Island, if you didn't catch that from the title. We played this once. This is definitely leans on the heavier side of roll and write. There's a lot going on in this game. Same thing, you're building out a dinosaur park, you are building dinosaurs, you are getting different franchises, you're raising the excitement level and the danger level and trying to balance all of that out, hiring specialists, etc., etc., etc. I actually really liked it. I don't think you were a big fan.
I liked it.
I didn't think that you liked it.
No, I liked it a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we liked it.
You know what I'm like, though. I struggle when I'm not understanding a strategy or like, and it's nothing against the game. It's just a me thing. Like, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? No, I liked it a lot. And hot take here, I think this eliminates Dinosaur Island from our collection.
This?
Yeah. That combined with Dinosaur World, when are we ever going to play Dino Island again?
I don't know, but I like it.
All right, next up from Roxley, we played one of our favorites, Dice Throne Season 2, Tactician versus Huntress. This was gifted to us from Jonathan at Dice Throne, so thank you, Jonathan, for that. We absolutely adore Dice Throne. It's a great two-player game, in my opinion. You're just chucking dice,
Battle Yahtzee.
picking attacks and attacking the other person in order to get their health down to 0. We love Dice Throne. Every time I play it, I just want to keep going with it. We're hoping to get some more of the characters.
Next up, we played the Dragon Prince. Battlecharged from Brotherwise Games. We played it once in teams, and then I played it once 1v1 against Zach. So basically with this game, you are on a little map and you're just attacking. One side is attacking the other side. You've got your characters, they're doing different triggers based on the cards that you're playing. There was one mechanic in it that we didn't like, and that was just that it didn't matter how much attack power you were attacking with. If somebody had one shield, it blocked all of it. And we just didn't like that mechanic.
I want to play it again. I didn't play it 1v1. Jamie's right. I didn't love the defense mechanism in it, but I wonder if my opinion would be changed if I was playing 1v1.
Then we played Oh My Goods.
In Oh My Goods, you are engine building, essentially,
Yeah.
where you're trying to increasingly build out your
Village.
Yeah, call it a village, where you're producing bricks
Your
and
business park.
and coal and ultimately upgrading those buildings so that you could turn that coal and that brick into a different thing and score more points and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then once you have so many buildings, the game ends and you score your points. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I would like to play it again. I just don't know like where it lands in terms of like a game like Furnace or even an engine builder like Res Arcana. Like it's tough for me for that genre to hit because that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I have some games that I absolutely adore that exist in that mechanic. So
Next up, we played Unfathomable, which is the remake, basically, of Battlestar Galactica, which is a hidden trader game, but it is set in the world of Cthulhu and friends.
because of course it is.
Of course it is. So basically you're on the ship, you're a crew, you draw cards to see who is a traitor or who is a human. You do that twice. The first round, maybe nobody's a traitor, or maybe somebody is a traitor from the beginning. So it's like one of those games where you just don't really trust
Social deduction.
anybody. And you're just trying to get your ship to land without having all of the deep ones and Mrs. Cthulhu and her husband, Mr. Cthulhu, I can't remember, Father Dagon and whatever, without them destroying your ship, because the ship's going to get damaged. You need to repair it.
It's fine. Again, that's the type of game, if I'm the trader, I'm going to love it. If I'm not the trader,
Jeff wasn't the trader.
It's not going to hit for me.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I liked it more once we handed out our second round of the human or trader cards, because then I knew for sure one person was a traitor.
All right, next up from the op games we have Cuphead, fast rolling dice game. So this is a campaign-esque boss battling dice rolling game.
It's a real-time game.
And it comes with an app, and I'll mention the app is basically just a thematic timer. So you can play this game in 10 seconds, 10-second rounds, 15-second rounds, or 20-second rounds. And that just means you have that amount of time to roll the dice to get certain dice faces in order to defeat the boss in front of you. And it escalates in difficulty, and you get grades based on how efficient you are, and you can upgrade your abilities for later. So much fun. We had so much fun playing this. We played at 20 seconds, which is like the easiest mode, and it was still like, wow, this isn't easy.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to playing more of this. And if you die, it's very easy to die.
Yeah, I died.
Yeah.
I died. Next up, we played Cavern Tavern, and this is another one of those games set in the 5 realms, so Merchant's Cove and Bardwood Grove, Cavern Tavern. We wanted to play this one for a while, and I loved it. It's basically you are a barkeep and you're just making drink orders for people. And then there's like different secret objectives and all this stuff. And I loved it. Then we played Cathedral World. Zach brought this over. He has a very nice copy, like resin copy of Cathedral World, which is, it's kind of like a chess-like game that I'm not very good at.
Cathedral World is just a board with a bunch of pieces that cover up certain spaces, and the goal is to get rid of all your pieces. And there's a cool mechanic where you can block people off and they can't place their pieces. Very chess-like, very fun.
Then we played the new Lost Ruins of Arnak expansion, Expedition Leaders, and it has completely changed the game for us. It just basically adds new research tracks and asymmetrical player powers, which makes it even better. I already love this game, but now I love it even more, and now Jeff appreciates it more.
It has completely changed my opinion on Arnak. It's like they listened to my issues and said, yes, Jeff, we hear you.
We hear you.
Here you go.
Loved it.
It's very good. It's very
good. Then we played Mickey and Friends Food Fight, which is also our giveaway game, which we still have a giveaway going on. So if you haven't entered, check out one of our previous videos to enter that. This is another real-time game where you are literally throwing food at your opponents. Basically, you roll 3 dice. One dice tells you what kind of food, the other says direction, and the other says how many, and whoever can empty their tray first gets a medal. First to 3 wins. It is incredibly silly and incredibly fun. I love this. I loved it so much I spilt my water all over the table because I couldn't control my arms. Merchants of the Dark Road from Elf Creek Games.
So good.
I love this game so much.
Yeah.
I love this game so much. And we got the Kickstarter version. We got this at PAX.
Yeah,
it is stunning.
It is decked out. The components are. It is
a very long game at 4 players. I feel like 3 is probably bread and butter for this game.
Yeah, but we were learning and there's a lot of questions. It did.
Oh, I enjoyed every minute of it.
I did too. I didn't feel like I was playing it as long as we did, but that was a product of just not fully understanding how to play.
And it looks complicated to play at first, but it's not. It's really just you go to a space, you do the actions, that's it.
It's a bit pick up and deliver.
The very last game that we played in 2021, and also the very first game we played in 2022, was Familiar Tales from Plaid Hat Games. I just heard everything fall in the box, so I'm going to lay it back down. We are going to have a full review of this game coming up.
So you get
literally next video.
You get nothing here.
So right now you get nothing except that it is a campaign game that is coming out at the end of January, and it is basically like a Disney princess story. It is very good. It is a very heavily focused on storytelling.
It is, yeah.
It's adorable.
If you like story,
you'll love it.
You're gonna be into this bad boy.
More to come on that. Those are the new games. We played a lot of freaking new games this month, or in December. Now what everybody's been waiting for, what many of you probably jumped to from the very beginning, is our stats for 2021. In 2021, for our board game wrap up, we played 206 different games. We played those games 653 times. Of those 206 games, 176 of them were new to us.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty dang good. Of all of those games, we played 11 of them at least 11 times.
Okay.
So basically, we did the 10 by 10 challenge without even knowing it.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is pretty cool. We reviewed 17 of them on our channel. And on our channel, just for the yearly review, we also posted 129 videos over the past 9 months, which is crazy. We played 22 at the Boardroom Game Cafe, which we love.
Hoping to increase that next year.
Hoping to increase that, because we didn't start going to the Boardroom Game Cafe until like the summer.
And stuff.
Because of COVID. Just making everybody wait to get good stuff. We played with a ton of different people this year too.
Yes.
Like a ton of different people. Normally it's just us playing with my brothers. So this year we did play with Zach and Jason, but we also played games with my nieces. We got to play a lot with Table Knots and Second Star to the Left and Nerds of the West, and like we're from Australia, which is just crazy. Jazz from the Lobby of Hobbies, all of our Discord friends, all of the people we met at PAX, Board Game Barrage. We got to play a game with them, which is a highlight for me.
Trendy. We didn't include that.
Oh yeah.
We forgot. We played Trendy.
We played Trendy, which is a card game about fashion.
Yeah.
We played with our friends who we were trying to get into board gaming. Dan and Dan. We played with Kyle. We played with Rodney. We played with Before You Play, Jonathan from Dice Throne. Like we've played with and like I mentioned, all of our Discord friends. So the amount of different people that we've played games with this year from literally all over the world, it's just mind blowing.
One of the coolest things.
It's crazy. Yeah. So that has definitely been a highlight for us, I think.
Yeah, we've made some of our best friends.
Yeah,
this year,
100%,
like, easily,
no question asked. Our most played games of the year, our 10 most played games, are Silver Bullet 54 times, King Domino, Draftosaurus, Welcome to, Trek 12, Fantasy Realms, Sushi Go, Overboss, Res Arcana, and Azul. And the reason we played many of those so many times is because we played them on BGA.
100%.
I don't think anybody is surprised that Silver Bullet came in at #1 with 54 plays.
It fell off.
It fell off.
Very heavily near the end of the year.
What a sad story.
It just was a product of what we were, where we were, what we were doing.
So those are our top 10 most played games of the year.
All right, come on, just get to it.
There was one other thing that I wanted to include. Just what I wanted to know what your favorite gaming experience was of the year. I already know mine.
Boy, there's a few.
Yep.
Do you know what I think it is?
What?
I think it is playing initiative.
Yeah, I kind of figured that that's what you were going to say.
It's tough on the spot because I'll probably after this be like, no, it was this.
I think for me, it was Vast.
That's a good one.
I had like just discovering that game and thinking like we thought initially we would never play it. I'm like, I can never learn this game. It's so complicated. I read the rule book. I immediately loved it before playing it. We played the game and I just had like the best time ever.
Vast is very good.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that game more in a future video, but...
Wonder what that could be. I think I know. Now, friends, who won? Who lost? I just got to get the Excel sheet up.
It's a load of crap.
So as you all are aware...
I can't believe
we
this.
Had a little challenge going on this year. Jeff versus Jamie, because we're very competitive. Who won the Jeff versus Jamie challenge? Our year-end totals of 2021...
Let's keep in mind, this is 653 gameplays, and it ended this closely.
And keep it, like, when you do the math of the total wins, keep in mind other people have won as well. So these two numbers are not going to combine to equal 653. Jeff ended the year with 222 wins. A nice repetitive number. A valiant effort, one might say. I ended the year with 226 wins. I won by 4.
I just want to quickly say something. I was winning all year until the last week. I mean, talk about some shady bookkeeping. Jamie keeps all the stats.
You played like a traditional Canadian team where you crap the bed in the gold medal round, basically, is what happened.
Wow. Crapping on me and our national sporting teams.
Do you not find that happens all the time, though?
Yes.
I won by 4 games. Now, you may remember that then comes with a little bit of a punishment, nothing too serious. So we did put that out to our Patreon community, and Team Jamie, my lovely, lovely team Jamie, got to vote on what Jeff would do if he lost the competition. Team Jeff also got to vote on what I would do if I lost.
Come on, man, get to it.
But they chose differently for each of us. So just so you know, if I had lost, I would have had to have played 3 games that Jeff loves but I hate, which would have included Brass Birmingham, Terraforming Mars, and Agricola.
Which is
Thank God I don't have to do that.
That is way less of a punishment than what I have to do. I'm just going to say that.
It is not.
It is.
Jeffrey,
this is stupid.
Because I won and I am the winner, I am the one who won more games. Winner. Jeff's punishment is that we are going to do a video that is all about celebrating me. And in that video, Jeff has to plan, like, you know how we do our board game, like holiday board game night, Halloween board game night? It's a Jamie board game night. So Jeff's got to plan the whole thing, everything from snacks to drinks to movies, to music, to board games, and we gotta do everything for me. And that's very exciting. That is Jeff's punishment, which is funny because that means he has to plan out a video, which he's never really done before.
This is gonna be
You're
terrible.
gonna have to cook the food.
It's gonna be
You're
terrible.
gonna have to make the
Okay,
drinks.
I cook all the food anyway, so.
No, I do all the craft dinner. Anyways.
That's what you're probably getting to.
I would love that. Oh, no, I don't want you to make me craft dinner. Anyways, so that is Jeff's punishment. Very, very exciting. We are going to be changing up our Jeff versus Jamie challenge in 2022.
I'm saying this screams
Jeff, I got the receipts.
Shenanigans
I got
to
the
me.
receipts here because you literally just kept losing all of the games nearing the end of the year. For 2022, we will be changing up the Jeff versus Jamie challenge a little bit. And the reason that we're doing that is because we are so competitive competitive that
we need to be able to turn it off a little bit.
Yeah, we need to be able to turn it off, because at times when one of us is winning over and over and over again and the other person isn't winning, it's impossible for them to have fun, and then they want to stop playing games. We want to just be able to sometimes play games just for fun and not have to worry about, oh, it's just going to go against me in the yearly stats. So the new plan is that we are going to set aside certain days that we play games, and those are the only games that are going to count towards the yearly challenge. And, you know, more fun for us. I mean, it's always fun for us when we're winning, but when we're losing, it's not
I mean,
so
we're inherently competitive. So
we're still going to be competitive.
Even when it's not on those days, like, you know, there's going to be banter of like, wow, yeah, you won the games on these days, but look at all those games I won on those other days.
And especially because we do tend to sometimes play games like that are light, and I do win the lighter games often, like Silver Bullet. So anyways.
You didn't last night.
That was like the first time in like 6
fantasy
months.
rounds.
We appreciate you all so much for sticking with us throughout 2021. We are so excited for 2022. We do have another challenge that will be coming at you for 2022 that we would love you to join us in, but more on that in a later video. That's all we have for you guys today. If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
If you're interested in buying games such as the 206 that we played this year, the best place to start is your friendly local gaming store. And for us here in Halifax, that is
the Boardroom Game Cafe.
Yeah, we played 22 games there this year. That's pretty cool.
I'm just annoyed at the amount of pets.
Oh, it doesn't matter. That's all we have for you. We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
There it is.
Should have brought my crown. Spoilers. Ready? I messed that up.
Over at Hobby of Lobbies, and we...
Lobby of Hobbies. He does that every time.
Is it me?
Oh, wait. Okay. Does it have our eyes? Jeffrey, would you like to talk about not Chilliside, Riverside? Albie!
He's got his toy. He ain't gonna stop.
Albie!
I got a big boog.
Ew.
Hope that wasn't showing the whole time.
Probably it was like this. All right.
It's a long boy.
It's a long boy, but I'll edit it down so it's a short boy.